I'd like to call the meeting to order. Roll call of aldermen.
Alderman Hazel.
Here.
Alderman Kinsella. Here. Alderwoman Pusa. What? Alderwoman Pusa. Here. Alderman Bittner. Here. Alderman Randall. Here. Alderman Tyler. Alderman Anthony. Alderman Ovian. Here. Alderwoman Schaefer. Here. Alderman Dentelman. Here. Alderman Gah. Here. Alderwoman Steele. Here. Alderman Wygant. Here. Alderman Elmore. Here. Alderman Wiggington. Here. Alderman Barfield. Here.
Alderman Kinsella is excused. Roll call of department heads.
City Treasurer Hart.
Here.
City Attorney Horner. Police Chief Bill Clay. Fire Chief Tom Poor. Here. Finance Director Jamie Matrit. Here. City Engineer Tim Gregowitz. Here. Director of Maintenance Ken Vaughn. Here. Human Resource Director Sherry Faber. Here. Director of Parks and Recreation Debbie Belleville. Here. Health and Housing Director Bob Sabo. Here. Director of Public Works Jason Poole. Here. Director of Wastewater Royce Carlisle. Director of Economic Development Anissa McCaskill. Here. Director of Library Leander Spearman.
Garrett Harner's excused. We have Brian Flynn, our Assistant City Attorney, here in his place. Randy Smith's here for Royce Carlisle. He's excused. And Assistant Chief Sparger's here for Chief Clay. Is that everybody, I think? We got? Okay, so everybody's accounted for. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're able, if you would please stand and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, good evening. We have no public hearings this evening. Before I open public participation, I just want to remind everyone that we do have, please speak into the microphones for taping purposes for the audio. And when we do start public participation, when I call on you folks, if you choose to speak tonight, please go to the microphone center stage there by the rail and speak into it. If we had to evacuate because of ever a smoke or fire, we'd ask that you quietly and carefully go out one of the doors, but if you can, meet over by the county courthouse sign so we can kind of check with everybody and see if the people we brought here or was sitting with all got out and accounted for. If we had storms or bad weather, the police would our staff would escort you to the stairway that goes downstairs into a safe area right across from the city clerk's counter. So that takes care of that business, okay? At this time, I will open public participation. If anyone would like to speak, raise your hand. I'll call on you. We ask that you keep it to 2 to 3 minutes, and we ask that you talk about something that's pertinent to the agenda or to the city of Belleville. Anyone this evening? In the back of the room.
Stuart Lannert, Belleville. You're always wanting us to stick with what's on the agenda, but I've noticed that everything that's on the agenda basically is all cut and dried. It's been decided long before this meeting ever starts. And Frisbee golf at the Bicentennial Park, I think that was a bad idea. I talked to people out there, and it's all growing up with weeds down. It's just nothing but slipping and sliding down them muddy hills. And the carpet and tile in this room, it takes 2 different types of cleaner. You got to have a vacuum for the carpet and a mop or whatever for the mop and bucket, I guess, and water for the tile, which it's poor design. I think it should have been designed with one cleaning operation. And I was wondering when the beer hall is going to be open. It's supposed to be open the 26th, but it didn't say what time. And I'm just wondering what happens if it starts to lose money like the airport. And that house on McClintock should have been monitored closer to see if it conforms to code. It's nothing but a pile of junk right now. And too many police cars around Lindenwood. They have or should have Lindenwood police with proper training doing most of the policing around Lindenwood. Belleville police got enough to do without worrying about Lindenwood. Thank you.
Okay. Anyone else this evening? I'm going to close public participation, and we're going to go into presentations, recognitions, and appointments. And tonight, I believe we have a presentation from Mike Tulin, Sarah West, Dan Trapp, Rebecca Woltman, Sean Tulin, and other members of the Belleville Main Street Marathon Committee who planned and are presenting a check to, I believe, Debbie Belleville, our Parks Director, on behalf of the second annual Belleville Main Street Marathon that took place this past year, September 30th, 2017. Proceeds from the marathon are being split between the Parks Department and the Parks Department, Recreation Department, and the Backstoppers. So, folks, you want to come forward? And Debbie, I'll ask you to stand up here, you and Jason, if you want, represent us and come forward. You can come on in. You can, if you want to take that microphone loose there, you can just use the mic. You can come on in. We'll let you. We recognize you guys. Sparker told me you were okay.
Thank you.
Come on down.
I feel fancy.
Now, if you can run a marathon, you can come down to here.
On behalf of the Belleville Marathon Planning Committee, we just want to thank the city. We want to thank the Public Works Department, Belleville Parks and Recreation, the Police and Fire Department for your support, your vested interest in this race. It has made our job so much smoother than it would be, and we're just very truly grateful for everything you do for us. And we're here to present a $4,500 check to the Belleville Parks and Recreation Department.
Thank you guys very much. Well, we just completed our second marathon, correct? Yes. And I know when they first came to me and we sat down with a few of us, we scratched our heads and we knew it would be a big task, but they really rose to the occasion. We got a lot of people to volunteer. They did, and we found a few for them, I think. Belleville loves a challenge, and to have a marathon that qualifies, I'm correct, right, for the Boston Marathon, it's very impressive. And this thing is going to continue to grow. I know it's a lot of work, but we really appreciate it. This is the kind of thing that continues to put our city on the map, that makes it a destination, makes people say that, you know, Belleville just tries everything, and that's neat. So thank you for your efforts. This is a big task. 5Ks can be a task, but a marathon is quite an event, and we really applaud you and thank you. So great.
If I could just say one more thing, I'm pretty loud, but we just feel grateful to be part of the Belleville community, not only for the city's support, but just the support of the entire community, the residents and the businesses. I don't know that other communities show this kind of support for this kind of event, and I just hope people realize what a great community this is.
Thank you. Okay, we now flip over to page 2 of the agenda, and if there's no objection, I'm going to ask for a motion to approve the City Council meeting minutes from February 5th. And the motion, include that motion to be to approve the executive session minutes from February 5th, 2018 also. Motion by Alderman Schaefer, second by Alderman Wiggington. Any additions or corrections to the minutes? Hearing no additions or corrections, all in favor of accepting and filing the minutes, both sets of minutes, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Claims, payroll, and disbursements. I'd ask for a motion to approve the claims and disbursements in the amount of $1,294,201.62, and the payroll in the amount of $853,694.88. Do I hear a motion? Alderman Anthony, second Alderman Diddleman. Do I hear any discussion on this motion? Roll call.
Hazel.
Aye.
Pusa. Aye. Bittner. Aye. Randall. Aye. Tyler. Aye. Anthony. Aye. Ovian. Aye. Schaefer. Aye. Dintelman. Aye. Gah. Steele. Aye. Wygant. Aye. Elmore. Aye. Wiggington. Barfield.
Motion carries. At this time, we go to reports. We have a treasurer's report of January 2018, and then we have a statement of cash and investment report of January 2018. Do I hear a motion to receive and file? Alderman Elmore, second by Alderman Schaefer, to receive these two reports and file them for audit. Any questions about these two reports? All in favor of receiving and filing signify by saying aye. Opposed? Motion carries. We go to oral reports. Traffic Committee, I believe, Alderman Ovian.
Thank you, Your Honor. There's a motion to approve no parking loading zone signs on the west side of North 30th Street from West Main to the alley. So moved.
Motion by Alderman Ovian, do I second by Alderman Randall? Do I hear discussion about this motion? All in favor of this motion and have the proper ordinance drawn signify by saying aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Finance, I'm going to ask Alderman Pusa to step in for Alderman Kinsella.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the professional services agreement with EWR Architects, not to exceed $12,000 for design and other services related to the roof repairs, window replacement, and ADA improvements to 510 and 512 West Main.
Motion by Alderman Pusa, second. Second by Alderman Steele. Do I hear discussion? Alderman Bittner.
Where's the finances for the money for the $12,000? What budget is that coming out of?
Jamie, it's coming out of the TIF? Right, we're going to split what we talked about in finance, I forgot. We're going to split that between that and the General Community Assistance Fund.
And do we have any idea how much? I know that's what the study's for, but what kind of money are we looking at?
Well, we had Kenny, do you want to, or Kenny, or is Bill here? Bill Reichert, I see him here? Okay, okay. You,
When we had looked at replacing the windows, and we're talking about the ones in the elevation, the atrium there, we looked at that probably 3 or 4 years ago. We had a price of approximately $50,000 just for that window replacement. So it would definitely be more than that. We need some work on the roof as well as some other ADA improvements, and we're looking at also constructing a bathroom down there, unisex bathroom down in the atrium as well.
he had stated the roof, until they get into it, until they get their bids, he thought the top end could be as much as upper 30s, almost 40,000, could be lower. Now, let me just explain again. When we bought that building and we went out to bid to repair that building, to move Parks and Rec and HR into that building, we knew at that time, now many of you weren't on the council at that time, most of you here were not, but we knew at that time, and it was talked about, that we were not going to replace that particular roof because they said it had about 10 years left. And that was back in about 2007. So here we are, 2018, 11 years later, and it's leaking now. So that's why the roof has to be fixed. But we didn't fix that roof originally because we were watching our money as we did that remodeling there at 510. We never used that room really until we had City Hall under construction and the clerk and treasurer people were in that room. That's when it really became very evident that the cold breeze coming through those windows that don't fit and the rain dripping and different things, that's when it really became evident to us that we had to make some improvements. And then we decided to move the township services that when we took over into that building, and it's even more evident. So what we're proposing and what was talked about in finance, once we get some bids, that we would split this as best we could between the fund that's eligible to be used and then also TIF money. So, does that answer your questions? Okay, we have a motion and we have a second, right? Who made the motion again?
Jane.
Pusa, and then second by Mary Steele. Okay, to approve EWR, and a big part of this is ADA improvements. We have to have ADA doorways, etc. As you know, many of the clients for the department there that's being serviced in general assistance do have some disability issues, and they need to have this particularly improved for them. So we have a motion, we have a second. If there's no further questions, roll call.
Hazel.
Aye.
Pusa.
Aye.
Bittner.
No.
Randall.
Aye.
Wygant. Elmore. Wigington. Barfield.
Motion carries. We move on, Jane. Alderman
I would
Pusa.
like to make a motion to approve the new contract with Watts Copy Machines.
Okay, we have a motion from Alderman Pusa, second by Alderman Schaefer. I think before we even get into it, Jamie, I'm just gonna ask you to explain this one because we were gonna send out a memo and I don't think we got it out. But, this is all good news. Let her explain.
Okay, as was discussed in finance last week, we're currently under contract with Watts for about another year for all of our machines throughout all of the city departments. Through working with Watts, we think we're going to be able to get new machines in most of the departments, especially the ones that had high usage on their machines, extend the contract out for 5 years, and add 4 new machines for some offices that needed some small printers, as well as the police department needed a new big copy machine. And even with adding those 4 machines, we're going to be decreasing our monthly costs by about $100. I just wanted to mention, though, that what got approved the other night, the amount was a little bit higher than the final number in front of you tonight. We found a couple discrepancies and worked that down, so it's actually a little bit lower than was discussed in finance.
So that's good news. So we have a motion, we have a second. If there's no further questions, I'll call for a roll call vote.
Hazel.
Aye.
Pusa. Bittner.
Aye.
Randall. Tyler. Anthony. Ovian.
Aye.
Schaefer. Dintelman. Gah. Steele. Wygant. Elmore. Wigington. Barfield.
Motion carries. Alderman Pusa.
I make a motion to approve closing fund 45, the 2015 Police Department project construction and correspondence checking account.
Motion by Alderman Pusa. Do I hear a second by Alderman Schaefer? Do I hear discussion on this item? Roll call.
Hazel.
Aye.
Pusa.
Aye.
Bittner.
Aye.
Randall.
Aye.
Tyler. Anthony. Ovian.
Aye.
Schaefer. Dintelman. Gah. Steele. Wygant. Elmore. Wigington. Barfield.
Motion carries. Last one on this one.
I make a motion to approve the budget amendment as recommended by the finance director.
We have a motion by Alderman Pusa. Do I hear a second? Second by Alderman Schaefer. Do I hear discussion on this motion, proposed motion? Roll call.
Hazel.
Aye.
Pusa.
Aye.
Bittner.
Aye.
Randall.
Aye.
Tyler. Anthony. Ovian.
Aye.
Schaefer. Dintelman. Gah. Steele. Wygant. Elmore. Wigington. Barfield.
Motion carries. Alderman Pusa, would you now help us out with economic development for Alderman Kinsella?
I make a motion to approve a development agreement with Tigercon Properties Incorporated for the remodeling of the existing facility located at 300 East Main Street.
We have a motion by Alderman Pusa, second by Alderman Gah. Do I hear any discussion? This was talked about quite a bit in committee. Good project, I believe. With no comments here, roll call.
Hazel.
Aye.
Pusa.
Aye.
Bittner.
Aye.
Randall.
Aye.
Tyler. Anthony. Ovian.
Aye.
Schaefer. Dintelman. Gah. Steele. Wygant. Elmore. Wigington. Barfield.
Motion carries. Okay, we go to streets and grades. Alderman Wigington.
On behalf of the Streets and Grades Committee, I'd like to make a motion to approve SCI Engineering Incorporated for consulting and engineering services at various locations, MFT, TIF funds, so moved.
Motion by Alderman Wigington, second by Alderman Dintelman. Any discussion on this motion? Roll call.
Hazel.
Aye.
Pusa. Bittner.
Aye.
Randall.
Aye.
Tyler. Anthony. Ovian.
Aye.
Schaefer. Dintelman. Gah. Steele. Wygant. Elmore. Wigington. Barfield.
Motion carries. Alderman Wigington.
On behalf of the Streets and Grades Committee, I'd like to make a motion to approve Kaskaskia Engineering Incorporated in the amount of $195,971 for the Centerville Avenue from St. Clair to West Lincoln Street Improvements TIP Fund. So moved.
We have motion by Alderman Wigington. Do I hear a second? Second by Alderman Dintelman. Any discussion? Roll call.
Hazel.
Aye.
Pusa. Bittner.
Aye.
Randall.
Aye.
Tyler. Anthony. Ovian.
Aye.
Schaefer. Dintelman. Gah. Steele. Wygant. Elmore. Wigington. Barfield.
Motion carries. Ordinance and Legal Committee, we go back to, Alderman Wigington.
Okay, on behalf of Ordinance and Legal Committee, I'd like to make a motion to approve revising Chapter 154, Property Maintenance Code, Section 154.46, Rental Property Registration Form of the Revised Code of Ordinances of Belleville, Illinois. So moved.
Motion by Alderman Wiggington, second by Alderman Steele. Any discussion on this? Roll call.
Hazel.
Aye.
Pusa.
Aye.
Bittner.
Aye.
Randall.
Aye.
Tyler.
Aye.
Anthony. Ovian.
Aye.
Schaefer.
Aye.
Gentlemen.
Aye.
Gah. Steele. Wygant. Elmore.
Aye.
Wiggington.
Aye.
Barfield.
Motion carries.
Okay, on behalf of Ordinance and Legal Committee, I'd like to make a motion to approve revising Title V, Public Works, Chapter 51, Industrial Pre-Treatment of the Revised Code of the Ordinances of Belleville, Illinois. So moved.
Motion by Alderman Wiggington, do I hear a second? Second by Alderman Hazel, do I hear discussion? Roll call on this motion.
Hazel.
Aye.
Pusa. Bittner.
Aye.
Randall.
Aye.
Tyler.
Aye.
Anthony.
Aye.
Ovian.
Aye.
Schaefer.
Aye.
Gentlemen.
Aye.
Gah.
Aye.
Steele. Wygant.
Aye.
Elmore.
Aye.
Wiggington.
Aye.
Barfield.
Motion carries.
On behalf of Ordinance and Legal Committee, I'd like to make a motion to approve revising Chapter 121 Liquor Code, Section 121.28, underage sales of the Revised Code of Ordinances of Belleville, Illinois. So moved.
Motion by Alderman Wiggington, do I hear a second on this motion? Second by Alderman Pusa. Any discussion?
What is the change on this?
This one here talks about the serving, basically. It's kind of really to clean it up, to clean our ordinance up with the states. It spells out very much so that you can be 18 years of age or older to serve at a restaurant or serve alcohol, but you cannot be behind a bar and pour it. Okay?
Nothing to do with the fines.
What's that?
There's nothing to do with the fines.
The fines?
Or enforcement or anything like that.
No, this is cleaning up some language totally about the, getting in line with line our ordinance up with everything with the serving. Okay? We have a motion. Who had the second there?
Alderman Pusa.
Pusa had the second, I'm sorry. Any other questions? Roll call.
Hazel.
Aye.
Pusa. Bittner.
Aye.
Randall.
Aye.
Tyler.
Aye.
Anthony.
Aye.
Ovian.
Aye.
Schaefer. Gentlemen.
Aye.
Gah. Steele. Wygant. Elmore.
Aye.
Wiggington.
Aye.
Barfield.
All right, on behalf of Ordinance and Legal Committee, I'd like to make a motion to approve revising Title 11, Business Regulations, Chapter 118, Food and Beverage Businesses, Section 118.16, Convenience Stores Definitions of the Revised Code of Ordinance of the City of Belleville. So moved.
Oh, that's, okay. So we have a motion by Alderman Wiggington. Do I hear a second? Second by Alderman Pusa. Any discussion on this one?
Can you just explain this too? Is this clean?
Brian, you have it right there?
I just pulled it out.
Just to make sure. Okay, this is the one, I'm trying to make sure I get, oh, this is the one, okay, this is the one we had for the, truck stop.
Right.
Okay, if you remember correctly, convenience stores, could never have gaming or sell alcohol that was open. State of Illinois has a truck stop ordinance that we adopted for Jack Flash out by the shrine. The paperwork's now turned in, we're still waiting to get it moving. But they can have a gaming room, but no pour alcohol. They have to be on a minimum of 3 acres, they have to sell 10,000 gallons of diesel fuel and some other requirements. We have a request for another truck stop. This one would be, it's the only intersection at the Four Corners that's in the city of Belleville at 161 and Fullerton. And Moto wants to put a large Moto there. So what we talked about in ordinance and what we've amended and brought here tonight is to adjust the ordinance that we passed several months ago, or probably last summer, when we did the original one, to amend it to say, instead of being 2 miles from an interstate, that these facilities must be on a state highway and must have a minimum building size of at least 5,000 square feet. This is a good-sized facility. It's going to have one of their largest kitchens in it that they have. Swansea City Council finally approved this. We've been trying for 13 years, I've been mayor, trying to get something on that corner, and we have run into opposition between IDOT, St. Clair County, and Swansea every time. This time it looks like we finally got it approved to have a new Moto Mart right at that intersection, and it will be in the city limits of Belleville.
Okay, so they have gambling in that too?
They will have a gaming room. There'll be no open liquor, but they'll have a gaming room, just like the Jack Flash has. Some of you went to see the Jack Flash, I believe, up north. It was very, I think very tasteful is probably the best word to use, and very much in the rear, not gaudy, very protected, and that's what, we'll see something very similar to that.
So we can change it from being within 2 miles.
This is what we did at ordinance. We discussed it. The city attorney researched it. Garrett Harner researched it thoroughly, and this provision will allow us to have a facility of this type at this location. Okay? So we have a motion and we have a second. Any further questions? Roll call.
Hazel.
Aye.
Pusa. Bittner.
Aye.
Randall. Tyler. Anthony. Ovian. Schaefer. Dintelman. Gah. Steele. Wygant. Elmore. Wiggington. Barfield.
Motion carries. We move now to administration. I'm asking for a motion to approve. You should have all got in your Dropbox a revised Director of Human Resources and Community Development job description. I meant to have that out here a couple weeks ago and I failed to do it. Motion by Alderman Tyler, second by Alderman Dintelman. Any discussion? Roll call.
Hazel. Pusa. Bittner. Randall. Tyler. Anthony. Ovian. Schaefer. Dintelman. Gah. Steele. Wygant. Elmore. Wiggington. Barfield.
Motion carries. We go into communications. Take a drink. Is there, as you look through them, is there an objection? That's a heck of a glass of water, right? I get these little bitty ones. Is there any objection to reading them as a group? Anyone? Anybody listening? Any objection to reading them as a group? Okay, Miss City Clerk, you may please read them as a group. I'll go get some water.
Thanks. 12A, Lindenwood University Urban Warrior Games, Saturday, April 14th, 2018. Communication from Lindenwood University Belleville Sport Management Group requesting to hold LU Urban Warrior Games on Saturday, April 14, 2018 at JC Park. Event starts at 10 a.m. and ends at 7 p.m. City services requested trash containers, picnic tables, and electric as available at the park. 12B, Races for Rescues 5K, Sunday, April 22nd, 2018. Communication from Belleville Area Humane Society requesting to hold Race for Rescues 5K and 1 mile fun walk on April 22nd, 2018 at 9 a.m. Street closure of Belleville West Parkway from Frank Scott Parkway to Route 15 will begin at 8:45 a.m. until 10:15 a.m. during the 5K. City services requested police officer, barricades, trash toters, picnic tables, and safety cones. 12C, Annual Law Day Run, Saturday, April 28th, 2018. Communication from St. Clair County Bar Association requesting permission to hold their 17th Annual 5K Run and 1K Youth Fun Run on April 28, 2018 from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. with rolling street closures along the route. Start and finish line street closures begin at 8:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. on North High Street from East Main Street to East A Street and East A Street from North High Street to Jackson Street. City services requested no parking signs, flashing stoplights, trash toters, picnic tables, barricades, route chalker, and 6 police officers. 12D, Belleville Senior Celebration, Friday, May 11th, 2018. Communication from Southwestern Illinois College Programs and Services for Older Persons and City of Belleville requesting to hold their Belleville Senior Celebration on May 11th, 2018 from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at 201 North Church Street. Street closures begin 7:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. for the 200 block of North Church Street between East B Street and East C Street. Request to reserve city parking lot at corner of North Jackson Street and East B Street. City services requested barricades, picnic tables, trash toters, and signage. 12E, Art on the Square, Thursday, May 17th, 2018 to Sunday, May 20th, 2018. Communication from Art on the Square to hold their annual art show from Friday, May 18th, 2018 to Sunday, May 20th, 2018. Street closures begin 12 p.m. on Thursday, May 17, 2018, and reopen by 11 p.m. on Sunday, May 20, 2018 for 1 block north, south, east, and west of the Belleville Public Square. City services requested barricades, police officers, picnic tables, trash toters. 12F, Shriners 5K, Friday, June 1st, 2018. Communication from Shriners Parade 5K Committee requesting to hold a 5K prior to the parade starting at 6:15 p.m. from Union United Methodist Church to North 15th Street. Street closure from Douglas Avenue to Forest, 5 p.m. for the startup and finish setup. Streets reopen after the parade. Rolling street closures along route during the 5K to reopen after the parade. City services requested, police officers as requested for parade, tables, chairs, trash toters, water jugs, rakes, barricades, safety cones, and safety vests. 12G, Ogre and Princess 5K, Saturday, October 13, 2018. Communication from Ogle's Watch Neighborhood Association requesting to hold a 5K on October 13, 2018, starting at 8:30 a.m., ending at 10:30 a.m. Event will start and end at St. Matthew's UMC, no closures and no city services.
You okay?
I'm okay. 12H, Belleville Christkindl Market, Friday, November 23rd, 2018 to Sunday, December 23rd, 2018. Communication from BCEO, Belleville Christkindl Market, requesting to hold the annual Belleville Christkindl Market from November 23rd daily through December 23rd, held on the southeast and northeast quadrant of the public square. Opening ceremonies will commence with the lighting of the tree and concert on the northwest quadrant of the public square on Friday, November 23rd, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. with street closure of West Main from 1st Street to Illinois Street, 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. City services requested police officers, trash toters, picnic tables, water barriers, and electric. 12I, Belleville Marathon, Saturday, September 29, 2018. Communication from Belleville Main Street Marathon, requesting to hold the annual Belleville Marathon on September 29, 2018, 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. Street closure of West Main Street from Illinois Street to 2nd Street, 5 a.m. to 4 p.m. City services requested trash toters, police officers, picnic tables, electric, flashing lights placed along major intersections. 12J, basic teeter-totter display, Monday, March 19, 2018 through Friday, April 20th, 2018. Communication from Basic Youth Board to place a special design teeter-totter on the northeast quadrant of the public square for 4 weeks prior to their teeter-totter event on April 20th, 2018 to raise awareness and promote the Basic Youth Board members' achievements. Teeter-totter will be surrounded by fencing with a lock and signage of its significance. 12K, Keep Belleville Beautiful Citywide Litter Pickup, Saturday, April 28, 2018. Communication from Basic Youth Board to hold a Keep Belleville Beautiful Citywide Litter Pickup on April 28, 2018 as a volunteer extension of Belleville Helping Belleville Day.
Do I hear a motion to approve these communications as just read? Alderman Schaefer, do I hear a second? Alderman Diddleman. That's communications 12A through, I guess all the way to the last one is 12K. And there's a wide variety. Now I know why the running group stayed. There's 4 or 5 5Ks and a marathon. I think half of this is running. Woo! So we have a motion and we have a second to approve a lot of events in the city. And once again, it speaks volumes of all the volunteers in the city. If there's no further questions, all in favor of approving these communications signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. So they're all approved. You'll be notified. I just want to note real quickly, if I may, the teeter-totter event, I know Basic is excited to get more awareness about what they do, and they donate all their proceeds, these high school students from the 3 high schools, to various Belleville charities. They do a great job. This is a neat event if you've never got to see it. This year it's at which high school? Belleville West this year. They rotate, right? And it's a great event, but they're going to have one up there in the square in front of like where Mathis Merifian, number 23 Public Square. It won't be that they can get on there and play on it, but it's going to be with some signage to explain what their organization and what these wonderful, outstanding youth do for our city. The other one I just want to mention real quickly, I hope a lot of you get involved and help the Basic Youth Board and all of us kind of jointly get involved on the April 28th, Keep Belleville Beautiful. There's a lot of litter out there. This winter has been really, we've been inundated with a lot of trash. So we need everybody to pitch in there, not just only on that day, but we're going to try to have a big awareness. That's just a couple weeks before the art show. Okay, so we approved a bunch of communications. We have no petitions. Resolutions, I'd ask for a motion to read by title only. Resolution 3322, 3323, and 3324. Motion by Alderman Hazel, second by Alderman Pusa, to read those resolutions by title only. Is there a problem reading them as a group? We have a motion by title only and as a group. All in favor of that motion signify by saying aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
14A, Resolution 3322, a resolution approving the transfer of volume cap in connection with private activity bond issues and related matters. 14B, Resolution 3323, a resolution amending the annual budget of the City of Belleville, Illinois for the fiscal year beginning on the first day of May 2017 and ending on the 30th day of April 2018. 14C, Resolution Number 3324, a resolution requesting permission from IDOT to close Route 159 for Art in the Square, May 17th through May 20th, 2018.
I ask for a motion to approve Resolution 3322, 3323, and 3324. Motion by Alderman Schaefer, second by Alderman Diddleman. Any discussion on these three resolutions? Roll call.
Hazel. Pusa. Bittner. Randall. Tyler. Anthony. Ovian. Schaefer. Dintelman. Gah. Steele. Wygant. Elmore. Wiggington. Barfield.
Motion carries. At this time, I'd ask for a motion to read by title only. Ordinance 8170, 8171, 8172, and 8173, or 8174 and 8175. Motion by Alderman Wiggington, second by Alderman Gah. Do you want any of these split out, or what's your preference? As a group?
As a group.
No problem with that? So this motion is to read them by title only and as a group. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
15A, Ordinance 8170, 2018, a zoning ordinance in regards to 01 January 18, Adam Carr. 15B, Ordinance 8171, 2018, an ordinance amending Chapter 76 parking schedules of the revised Code of Ordinances of Belleville, Illinois. 15C, Ordinance 8172, 2018, an ordinance revising Chapter 154 Property Maintenance Code, Section 154.46 Rental Property Registration Form of the revised Code of Ordinances of Belleville, Illinois. 15D, Ordinance 8173, 2018, an ordinance revising Title V, Public Works, Chapter 51, Industrial Pretreatment of the revised Code of Ordinances of Belleville, Illinois. 15E, Ordinance 8174, 2018, an ordinance approve revising Chapter 121 Liquor Code, Section 121.28, underage sales of the revised Code of Ordinances of Belleville, Illinois. 15F, Ordinance 8175, 2018, motion to approve revising Title 11 Business Regulations, Chapter 118 Food and Beverage Businesses, Section 118.16 Convenience Stores definitions of the revised Code of Ordinances of Belleville, Illinois.
I'd ask for a motion to approve the ordinances 8170, 8171, 8172, 8173, 8174, and 8175. Motion by Alderman Schaefer, second by Alderman Wiggington. Any discussion on those ordinances as were just read? Roll call.
Hazel. Pusa. Bittner. Randall. Tyler. Anthony. Ovian. Schaefer. Dintelman. Gah. Steele. Wygant. Elmore. Wiggington. Barfield.
Motion carried. I don't know of any unfinished business. Do we have any miscellaneous or new business? I just want to make an announcement right here. You told me I could do it, Sherry. I didn't step on a line here, but I just want to welcome Rich Peppers back. Rich kind of shocked us a few weeks ago and took a quick trip to the hospital. Had little heart surgeries, but he's already back showing up tonight. He's absolutely amazing. So, Rich, we're so glad to see you and have you back. Take your time, but we know you're going to be here soon. At this time, I'd ask for a motion to approve the motor fuel claims in the amount of $27,509.98. Alderman Diddleman, second by Alderman Steele. Any discussion on the motor fuel claims? Roll call.
Hazel. Pusa. Bittner. Randall. Tyler. Anthony. Ovian. Schaefer. Dintelman. Gah. Steele. Wygant. Elmore. Wiggington. Barfield.
Motion carries. One other announcement I just want to make before I ask for a motion for executive session. You're gonna be hearing probably tomorrow, there's gonna be a special, finance meeting and probably a special city council meeting before the end of the month. We're trying to work it out, we're trying to find out, and yes, the German Hoffer House is getting close, so we're trying to make sure we don't schedule on the night that they would suddenly ask us to be maybe present. But I think it's a soft opening at the end of the month. I'm waiting for some feedback by tomorrow morning. We will let you know, we'll give plenty of notice, but we are gonna have, a couple issues that some of you have talked to me already, but the rest of you will be being contacted tomorrow or so, about some of the possible agenda items that were pending. Just wanted to say that at this time, I'd ask for a motion to go into executive session to discuss collective bargaining, personnel. I don't think we have any litigation, or property acquisition. Do I hear a motion to go into executive session? Alderman Elmer, do I hear a second? Second by Alderman Schaefer. Do I hear any discussion on that motion? All in favor to go into executive session for those reasons signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Dean, you're here. I'm gonna ask if someone's willing to make a motion to accept the memorandum of understanding with Teamsters Clerical 50. Motion by Alderman Schaefer, second by Alderman Hazel. Any further discussion? Roll call.
Hazel. Pusa. Bittner. Randall. Tyler. Anthony. Ovian. Schaefer. Gentlemen. Goff. Steele. Wygant. Elmore. Wiggington. Barfield.
Motion carries. Motion to adjourn by Randall, second by Pusa. All in favor of adjournment signify by saying aye. Opposed? Motion carries.